Now we live?
Now we can start?
Yes.
Okay, now?
Now we can. Now we
Is
can
it
start.
okay?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah,
Get
okay.
the thing.
Call the meeting order.
Snip, snip.
What, 1, 2, 3,
Oh,
4,
there's-
5,
there's the
7 board members in attendance, plus a guest.
We do have a Ryan that just showed up.
So that makes it.
Well, I hit it. Yeah, I hit it. I hit the button. Did we lose him?
See it, right?
Yeah, I got Malachi attempting to enter, but there we go.
There's the Malachi. Sorry, that's bugging me.
What?
Alrighty.
Oh,
The banner.
he baby.
All
All right. What we got up first? Finance, right? Or no, last month's meeting
Um,
minutes.
Yes. Ratify the May board meeting minutes.
Does anybody have any questions about the minutes?
I don't have any questions about it.
I just looked through it. I'm good. A motion to approve last month's meeting minutes.
Second.
Thirded?
All in favor?
Aye.
I
I
Any opposed?
Aye.
Arr.
Motion carries.
Arr.
This is my first meeting.
Hmm.
I said, this is my first meeting.
Welcome to the show.
Behind the scenes, you don't pay attention to behind the curtain, except now you are behind the curtain. All right, so financial report is what's up next.
Financial report. Currently in the checkbook, we have $1,062.73. I need to transfer money over to the savings account from the raffle. I can't do that right now because they're having a problem with online banking at the bank because I just tried to log in to do it.
A dart?
Yes,
That explains a bit.
just let you know. Yes, ma'am.
how much will be being transferred? AKA, how much was the raffle?
Raffle, just a second. I will tell you exactly how much the raffle is.
This is from the Welcome Summer Festival?
Yes, from Welcome
Correct.
Summer Festival. Transactional. $68
Okay.
on the raffle.
Okay.
That will be being transferred over as soon as I get access back to the bank account online. I did go deposit the money today. While I was out before I come up here, I went to the bank and deposited cash. We also did $100 in pre-sales for next year's festival.
We could actually we've got a Welcome Summerfest
This
app.
isn't a Welcome Summer Festival report. We just need the main financial report.
Okay. We have $87 going out to Solace Center, which is deducted from that amount that I was already deducted from the amount that was in the checking account. Have $57.91 going to the Mother Church. Total income for the month was $1738.25. Advertising budget of $86.91 for the month for this next month. Any other questions right now?
What's currently in the savings? You mentioned the checkbook.
I can't see the savings right
Because
now
the bank is being screwy.
because the bank is
Gotcha.
down. I will, when I get that number, I will let you know. I'll type it into the minutes, okay, Ella?
Well,
Mm.
I probably should drop it in the board chat so everybody gets a chance to
See ya.
hear it and Ella can drop it into the
All right,
notes.
sounds good.
Oh, Ryan's in the second time. We have two Ryans. Oh,
Nice.
I don't know what's going on, but all right.
Hey, I'm guessing the other one wasn't working.
Yep. All right.
For our Patreon, we currently have 22 paid members. That has not changed in the last 30 days. And the membership currently is at $961 per month.
Awesome. Cool.
Okay.
Any questions? All right, what's next?
I've got on here Welcome Summerfest After Action Report in case we want to do something like that.
Okay, so now we have the Welcome Summer Festival full report.
Okay.
We had Welcome Summer Festival 2 days ago. It was very successful. Castle was starting to talk about finances, so let's continue that conversation.
We actually had, I'm sorry, we had five.
I thought we had 5, yeah.
We had 5 book backs, not 4. We had 5, so we had $125 to help obtain the park for next year. Also had a vendor pay $50 that day for their 2 spots. So there's quite a bit of money that went into the account today.
Is that in addition to the 125?
Yes, ma'am. I had a couple vendors that just couldn't pull the trigger on it that day, which is fine. We understand. It was, I think the ritual went well that day. I think we had fun with the ritual. Classes were well attended for the most part.
Seemed like it.
I enjoyed I actually got to sit in one of the classes. I really enjoyed the class I went to. I went to one of Shell's classes. So,
We got some feedback about signage, so we'll be discussing that as a group. I do have to sit down and figure out because it sounds like tomorrow is not going to be a good time for us to sit down. So I'll look at the schedule and in our chat, send out possible meeting days.
all right, thank you. I'm sorry. I gotta work a double tomorrow.
Well, we also have ritual, so it wouldn't have been a good day anyways.
Right. Also had 2 people that asked to be teachers again next year as well. Chris is asked to be a teacher to teach again,
Awesome.
and Shell is offering 2 classes again as well.
Cool.
So we've got some people lined up for classes. We've got some vendors, a handful of vendors lined up. So that's good. Good start.
Good start.
Real
How
good
do you
start.
spell Shell's name? I keep trying to remember.
It's SHEL, Shell.
I believe Stephanie has a question. Stephanie?
There's a class for witchcraft?
Oh, there's all kinds of classes. If you follow our calendars at weaversoftheweb.org and manifestlansing.com, you can see all of the events.
Because I'm only a year into my journey and I didn't know anything about classes or anything like that.
Yep, we do lots of things here. So follow our calendar of events to keep track of everything. There's stuff going on most days of the week.
Cool.
All right.
Do we have anything else for the after action report?
Do you have a security report?
The security report's up next, yes.
Well, I meant for festival.
For festival.
No, it was pretty quiet. I didn't have anything reported to me.
I didn't have anything reported to me. Also, I did call the park today. We are tentatively on the books for next year, and I did get that at $200, so we're not going to see a price increase
Yay.
this year. I called on my way between jobs because I couldn't and got it taken care of. And they were like, she's like, thank you for calling. And she says, what, how many years you been doing this? I says, this will be our 5th year. She says, it doesn't seem like it's been that many already. I says, 2021 was the first year because 2020 was COVID. And she says, "Oh my gosh, it has been. It'll be our 5th year this year." I says, "Yep," and we're excited.
Technically, we did it in 2019, but then it was just a yard sale in the parking lot of the old place.
Right. But consecutively now we've done it.
Yeah,
So we've got some big things coming, I hope.
Oh, we absolutely have big things coming for next year. And as photographer, I got some really good pictures
Good.
and was also able to attend classes and enjoy myself. So it was a good day.
looking forward to seeing the pictures.
Mm-hmm.
I do want to wait to make any official announcements about next year for a month or two. I would like to let you guys do your rehash and meet with y'all and do some planning and get our timeline set.
Yep.
And then we can make the official announcements about next year, but I don't want to do it right now. So
No, that's fine. I get it. That makes perfect sense. Let's get all our ducks in a row.
Yep.
And I think we also need to talk about something else, about a contract for that too.
yeah, that's going to be worked into. There's a whole lot of things that I'm pulling together into the plan for next year.
Okay, sounds
So-
good.
That would definitely be one of them.
I like that idea. All right. I don't think we have anything else for that.
All right. Next thing we have is the security report, the main security report.
So last event was Welcome Summer. Like I said, no security issues or injuries were reported during that. We did not do a tabletop at our last Coven meeting, and we probably won't be doing a tabletop until into August. July, we need to start our cycle again of reviewing our emergency operation plans, and I think our goal for this next year is going to be to simplify it and slim it down to make it a little easier to use.
I like that.
And that is all I have, unless anybody has questions for me.
Not think so.
I have a question, but I don't know what section it would go into. For our like our kids, our annual kids stuff. I can't remember. Is that due the beginning? Is that due July 1st or was it the end of July?
I think it's the end of July.
Okay.
We had a couple of stragglers last year, so
I think
I'm good.
historically we've done it kind of mid-July, but yeah, as long as we're done by the end of July, I think we're
Okay.
covered.
should be good. So
Okay.
my plan is to put those in by the 1st of July for the requests. Then y'all will have until the end of the month to do the training on that. I have got to get in touch with ATIS and get a fresh link for paying them.
Okay.
I also have a request from Allie Redfern to be included in this round of background checks and training. They are still helping out with the pantry and running Your Mom and working really, really hard to connect resources through Your Mom. And they're setting up a bail fund to help provide bail for local folks who really, really need it and are unjustly incarcerated or would be adversely affected by incarceration. They've actually drawn up a very nice, proposal for this and asked me to review it last night. And one of the things that I recommended for them was that they make sure that everybody who has contact with the money in that organization has been background checked and cleared. And so they wanted to be included in this round and are willing to pay us for that. I quoted them $20 because the cost did go up this year. I actually forget the exact current cost. But they're offering to cover the cost of that if we can put it in with ours. Castle?
And I think that would behoove us to have Ellie do that because the food at Welcome Summer Festival was provided by your mom.
Oh, yes, yes, your mom also did the food at Summerfest.
So
Mhm.
she,
They are actively involved
In our
with
community.
us on the edges, doing
the thing,
the extra support things.
and I really appreciate the work that she's doing, and I can speak with Pantry, she makes it where I don't have to be here twice a month. So that I can help,
I do not pick you, spam.
to help be able to do the things I need to do, so I think it would be helpful if we did do that with her to have her background checked with our stuff, and I think if she's willing to help pay for it, let's include her.
So is the question of whether or not we should allow her to do that, or is it just
Yeah, it's a question of do we want to loop them in to this round of checks as somebody who is tertiary supporting the
Mhm.
church activities.
I second.
Yeah, I don't see any issue with it. And I like the idea that if they're tertiary supports, that they provide some of at least part of the cost to cover the background check.
so I have
Agreed.
I have a thought on this. Is does that de facto bring them under our umbrella a little bit, and perhaps their organizations, to some degree, liability at all come back towards us with this at all?
I don't think that brings any liability on us. If it increased anybody's liability, it would be the company doing the background check. Yeah, I think this is just partnership.
Partnership CYA.
Yeah.
Well, if it's a partnership type thing, do we want to have some kind of, do we need to have some kind of written agreement that, for instance, anybody that they have under their organization gets the same background check as a CYA?
I don't think that's necessary.
Okay.
What are you thinking?
I'm just
What are
thinking
your concerns here.
like if they had somebody join their organization, helping out, do some great stuff, and then something happened, and then because they got it through us, would somebody be, well, you supported them and their organization, and look what they did.
No, I don't think that would be. I mean, somebody could claim that, but they could say that about anybody we bumped shoulders with.
Right, anybody we rub shoulders with.
We're not providing material support. If we were covering the cost of it, you might could say we were providing material support, but it's a very
Alright.
small material support if it was, but
We're just
they're
giving,
covering the cost,
yeah,
so,
we're just giving an opportunity.
yeah.
No, like,
We're providing the path.
That's fine. I just wanted to, voice that out.
I was gonna say we're helping to make sure the community is more secure with background checks and proper training.
I agree with you, Ellen, on that. I totally agree. So I move that we go ahead and include Ellie Redfern in this round of background checks with them helping pay for their own background check and the training.
Second,
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
any opposed?
no, but I do think we should have a receipt given.
Okay, agreed.
Like
I-
give them a receipt for,
Yeah,
For that payment. We can,
and then we like have a copy that, that we
I can go
gave.
get a receipt book. I can go pick, I think I got an extra receipt book at home that we can use, just a generic rent receipt book. That'll work. Are you okay with that, Solonex?
Yep.
All right, I'll put that on my list to gather up and bring up here so we have it. And we'll throw it in the drawer with the check, with where we leave the checkbook, okay?
That way, if anything does come to what like Ella was concerned, we have proof that we did not financially this was just a avenue given, not a financially exchanged.
Mhm.
I'm not making sense, but
We weren't sponsoring them. We weren't sponsoring them, right? They were just.
well, we'll run it through a formalizer before we draw it up. How's that?
I did not say
gonna
I
get
was
the
going to
words
be
out.
the one who was going to articulately write out the receipt.
All right.
Alrighty. So the final thing we have on the list is Green Man Day.
Ah, yes, Green Man Day, this Sunday, this month. Sunday.
Sunday.
Which also does land on Father's Day. So keeping that in
It
mind.
does. I'm kind of hoping to run away for Father's Day, but given that I'm bending this weekend too, it doesn't seem likely, so I will probably be here.
So I know Kessel was gonna work on before that repairing the canopies, but I would say if that does not get done, canopies.
It will be done because I have to have a working canopy for the boss.
Right, but like what if you need to repair that?
Right.
We have enough canopies. There should be some working ones for Solenox, but yeah, those I'm putting it on the list.
Thank you. Put it on the list. That way we make sure it gets done. Agreed. But yeah, it's something that needs to be done. And I think another item on that list is work on the back storage room.
Yeah, inventory and organization are great needs right now for anybody with Tetrising skills. Just saying.
Yeah.
Trailer is pretty much, there's a couple things that have been added to the trailer that I didn't scan in and I forgot. I will get them scanned in.
Yeah, that's kind of the inventory part. Just double check that everything is where it is supposed to be in the system and in real space.
If we can
Right.
get if we can get that done, it'll help us a lot for with making sure we know where stuff is.
Right.
Yeah, because we also want to try and get as much of Litha ready to go and in the trailer this Sunday as possible, because it is next Saturday.
Yeah.
So this is our Litha packing opportunity.
So
I'm free this time, so I should be able to come help with some of the organization and Tetrising.
Yeah.
Yay.
do we need the trailer up here on Sunday?
Yes.
Yes,
I think so.
we need
Okay.
to get Litha in there, and we need to. I don't think we completely finished. I want to just go through the inventory one more time in the trailer itself.
All right.
There's a couple things we might have missed, and I just want to make sure we got it
Well,
all.
I know there's 4 things in there that we missed.
Okay.
Because I put them in there from my house.
Okay.
5 things.
Yeah. No, those things need to be added. Yeah.
The generator, the generator goes on, and 3 heaters in a gas
For
can.
anyone who doesn't know, there is a tote scan label inside the right. You open the doors, and on the back doors, and on the right, on the wall there's a tote, and that's the trailer as a tote. We can put totes inside of the tote, and set it up with like a parent system, which is great because it helps us figure out where everything's
Yeah.
at.
Yeah, that's part of what I liked about Tote Scan from the first place, is being able to nest containers.
Speaking of which, with tote scan, how do we get more QR codes?
I just need to print them.
Okay, we are probably going to need some more.
Okay.
Just to we'll let you know on Sunday for sure, but
Yep.
we may need some more.
Yep. I just gotta print 'em.
And if anybody, I'm
Right.
sorry. I was gonna say if anybody needs rides or anything like that, we definitely need more people. Last time Castle and I there was too much work for the 2 of us to get a lot done as much as we'd like to. If we can get more people, that would be really great. If anybody needs rides or help with that, let us know.
Stephanie says I work at Dollar Tree on Edgewood if we need anything.
Ooh, nice.
Thank you. That's a good to know. Good resource to have there.
And that's one of the best supplied Dollar Trees, by the way, too.
All hands on deck Sunday for organization, Litha pack out. Are we gonna plan on any property work? Do we need anything done out at the property where we stand right now? I know it got mowed
Friday.
Friday. I need to update the board.
It'll be mowed again on Friday.
If it needs it.
This week it's
It'll
coming,
probably
but-
be mowed again on Friday.
Okay.
With the rain and the sun.
Yeah.
Did we, because there was a person that was interested in doing gardening at the property. Did we?
He's got some buckets set up, but that's as far as it's
Okay.
wet. I will reach out to Isaac this week. That's who it
Okay.
is. I'll reach out to Isaac.
So are we gonna plan on having anybody over there officially Sunday, or we're just gonna leave it off the list for this month?
If we got enough people, it'd be, we could always, is what needs to be done, just planting stuff at this point.
Yeah, I can check with Isaac and see if he's free and if he wants to come over and work on that.
Yeah, if we can have
The thing is once I get the trailer, I can't go over there because I got the trailer attached to my
That's
truck.
why I'm asking, is this an
Okay.
official thing, or are we going to not be out there this month?
I feel like we have more that we need to do with the church right now, personally, with the inventory and get things ready. I think we might want to, if it's an either or, we might want to leave it off this month.
Okay.
Well, and that's what I was thinking. It sounds like we have a lot that needs done in-house at the moment.
I'd say poke Isaac and just sort of see what he's doing, but don't say anything about Sunday because we aren't planning to be out there, but
Right.
he's already got permission to work on the property,
Right.
so.
I'll poke Isaac. In fact, I
check
seen him
in.
Saturday and I wanted to talk to him and I didn't get a chance to. Because he was at Welcome Summer Festival.
I had a thought that just popped up, so I was just logging it now. Does the trailer need to have any like maintenance done? Doing like is maintaining a trailer? Is there maintenance? Like, do we need to like rotate tires or check tires or anything?
We should probably get the tire. We should probably check the air pressure on the tires. And I also need to do some checking, figure out the battery situation for the lights.
So that's
I know we routinely check the lights to make sure they're working before we head out.
I
Well,
check the lights every time I hook that
Yeah.
damn thing up.
Yeah.
there's the internal lights that with the battery system and the solar power thing that we haven't got working yet. So we could look at that potentially if we have it up there and we get it. I feel like that part is, in my personal opinion, is on lower on the totem pole of
Yeah.
priorities.
Yeah.
But if we get to it, that'd be great. And I can help.
Are you asking to see if there's anything that you can or should be doing to it while it's on your property?
I mean, we're like 5 steps behind that. I'm just saying, like, I've never had a trailer. I've had a car, and you have to do maintenance on a car. Is maintenance something that I need to keep in our mind to review? But also,
It's
yes, is there
less of
anything
an
you
issue
need?
with a trailer.
I mean, like-
So you wait and see if something falls off, as long as the lights and the brakes are working.
Well, and you wanna check the tire pressure and the tire quality every so like tire pressure I check at least once a month maybe if we're using it every month.
Right. Also, I would like to look at getting a new plug for that because the plug does have the plug that plugs into the back of the truck has a crack in it that's starting to peel. I don't want to have a catastrophic fail if we're out somewhere. So I will go look at a new pigtail plug and get a price for that, okay?
Yeah.
Right.
All right, there we go. On the list.
Do we have any other topics that need to be covered this month?
I do have a question. Many moons ago, we were donated a surround sound system and Blu-ray player to the church. They are sitting in my basement at tote right now. They have been since we had to vacate, or since we got rid of some stuff. So they had to vacate one of the places. I don't remember where. They're in my basement. Is that something we are going to use here at the church, or is that something we can get rid of?
We could theoretically use the surround sound system if it hooked into our TV and make it a little louder if we needed to. I don't know if we really need to, but
I really don't think we do.
Especially when those commercials come on.
I know.
The reason I'm asking is because my husband and I tested it to make sure it works, and it does.
You want it out of your house?
No,
No?
if we're not going to use it for anything, we were wondering if we could purchase it from the church for a donation
Ah,
to use in our home. I
Wow.
was thinking $50. It's $50 towards the kitty to do whatever we need to do with, if that's something you guys want to do. I'm not gonna.
Having shopped secondhand for Blu-ray players / surround system, that's a pretty good secondhand price. So.
I move that we sell the Blu-ray player and sound system to Bill
Second,
for $50.
second,
I
Aye.
I
Aye.
sold.
Abstain. Okay, so I will let the husband know that we are now a proud owner of the Blu-ray player. Also, I'm gonna go through and see what else I've got of the churches at my house, because I do have some stuff that was been stored at my house. And I might bring that up here on Sunday and we can figure out what we're doing with it.
Okey-doke.
So I have something that doesn't have to be discussed today, or we could just nix the whole thing. But when I was shopping around at the vendors at the Welcome Summer Festival, Penny Jar had a sign about fundraising. So I asked them about how the fundraising would work. And if you would like, I could present the information that I got to see if this is something that we'd be interested in. Likewise, we can also table it and say we are all too busy and we can revisit this topic at a different time or never.
I've already talked to her about the fundraising idea, so I know about it. I think it's a great idea, but
I think the we're all too busy part is part of the problem.
I also talked to her about the fundraising and thought it was a great idea.
Well, it sounds like everybody already knows.
Yeah,
what's
so
going
I
on
guess I don't need to
today.
talk about it. So let's just table it for no. So how the fundraising works is to my understanding, and since 2 other people went, correct me if you got a different impression. She's got, I think she said 10, I think it was 10 cents. It's $15 a jar. We fundraise for as long as we want. She recommends 2 to 3 weeks. And then we place the order. She cooks them all up, delivers them. I'm assuming probably to weavers. And then we would disperse it to the people who purchase them. We get 50% of the candles. So it'd be $7.50 per candle. So that we sold.
So this would be a drive, like
Yeah.
Girl Scout cookies or something.
Yeah, it sounds like the kind of stuff I did in high school.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Like when
So
you
I
sell
think
chocolate
that's
bars to
definitely-
raise money for something for sport.
Yep.
I think it would probably be best if we had a specific like part of the temple project and not just temple project general.
Yeah, I think before we can get people to give directly to it going forward, we need to get our roadmap in place.
Yeah.
So,
Mhm.
plus I know we don't have the spoons to do an
Right.
active sell things
Yes.
fundraiser right now, so.
Like I
Good
said,
information.
I more just wanted it noted that this is a thing. That when we get an opportunity to revisit, we definitely can, because
Yeah,
we all think that it sounds
sounds like a fun thing.
Yeah.
for
Well, it's supporting
So,
someone in our community supporting our community.
exactly.
And I think it's a great idea. And I bought a couple for candles. They're really nice.
What
I
what
like-
candles you were talking about? What was the candle system?
They're jar candles,
Okay.
scented jar candles.
And they smell amazing.
I believe there's soy wax.
Was
Yeah,
it people down at the end?
Yes.
Yes,
Oh, okay, okay,
they were actually right next to us at Con too.
okay.
They're really cool people. This is their second year vending with us, and they signed up for next year, so they will be back.
Yeah, no, I like the idea for sure, but
Right. Anything else?
I don't think so.
New business, old business, random comments, heckling from the peanut gallery.
Go heckle.
Hackle.
Right. I guess a motion to adjourn.
Second.
I
Aye.
Aye.
Anybody opposed?
Nope.
Other than grandchildren? All right. We are done.
All right, with that,
Okay,
I gotta bail because my back is screaming.
Sorry,
I'll see you guys later.
Bye, Jill.
Bye.
Let me stop the line.